Okay, let's dive in. We've got these transcripts you sent over from the Hiroki Aino YouTube channel. Looks like they cover a few rounds of golf at Riverview.
That's right. Yeah, we're looking at 3 specific videos: No Golf, No Life, Push-Ups Golf, and one called Scotty Cameron Life in OC, all focused on rounds at Riverview Golf Course.
Gotcha. So the plan today is to really unpack these specific videos, these rounds, pull out what the commentary tells us about, well, the players, the course itself, maybe some recurring themes.
Exactly. We want to give you, the listener, a kind of curated look based purely on what these transcripts reveal. And, it's golf commentary, so expect some good shots, some bad shots.
Probably plenty of commentary on those bad shots.
Oh, absolutely. What jumps out right away is you get a real sense of the personalities involved, the specific challenges Riverview throws at them, and honestly, this one putter that gets talked about a lot.
Okay, interesting. So let's start with the main player these seem to focus on, Hiroki.
Right.
How is he sort of portrayed in the commentary? What's his game like, according to them?
Well, he's definitely central. A big theme is his driving. You hear things like he's hitting the big dog, he spanks it. Seems like he's known for hitting it pretty long.
Okay, the long hitter. Any specifics on technique?
Yeah, there's this recurring thing about him aiming right, trying to hit a draw. That comes up quite a bit.
The classic draw attempt. We've all been there. How does that work out for him in these rounds? Does transcripts give us a sense?
It's a real mix, which feels very golf. Sometimes the commentary says it's a great ball, beautiful shot.
Nice.
But then just as often you hear about it going too far left, or ironically, sometimes ending up as a slice, even when they declare it's no slice day.
Been there too. So he sticks with that plan, aiming right for the draw, even if it's not always working.
Seems like it. It kind of highlights that golfer thing, doesn't it? Sticking to the idea of the shot you want, maybe even when just hitting it straight might be simpler.
Totally. And what about before he even hits the ball? Anything about his prep?
Yeah, the sources mention his pre-round stretching, and specifically push-ups. It's presented as like part of his ritual.
Push-ups. Interesting. Adds a little flavor.
Right. Maybe showing physical readiness is key for him. And you see him using a whole range of clubs, driver, irons, like an 8 or 5 different wedges, 60-degree pitch and wedge.
Standard stuff?
Yeah. And the commentary really follows his ups and downs through the rounds. Good moments, struggles. They even call him the rookie sometimes.
The rookie. Okay, so there's some banter there.
Yeah, seems affectionate. And it's not just Hiroki. The narrator talks about their own game, too, like mentioning a frustrating 3-putt. Then there's Ace. He apparently has a hole-in-one history on a par 3 there with a 7-iron. And Tommy gets a quick mention about ball position.
So you get a feel for the group dynamic.
Definitely. The camaraderie, the shared experience, the little jokes, it comes through. And those personality bits, too, like Hiroki feeding birds. They call him Birdman.
Birdman.
And Ace getting his nickname from that hole-in-one, it makes him feel like, actual people you might play with. Plus, the commentary style itself is pretty expressive.
Right. Okay, let's talk about the course then. Riverview. What's the picture painted by these transcripts?
Well, initially it sounds pretty good. They call it one of the hidden gems of Orange County.
Hidden gem?
And the best golf value. So there's some appreciation for the place.
But value doesn't usually mean easy in golf, does it? What challenges pop up in the commentary?
Oh, definitely not easy. The transcripts are full of descriptions of trouble, shots ending up in rivers, hitting fences, finding sand traps. They just call it the beach sometimes. And trees, man, the trees seem to get hit a lot.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. And there's mention of slopes on the greens, uphill putts, downhill putts, dealing with berms, crossing bridges. It seems like you need to be pretty precise.
Or pay the price.
Exactly. It punishes misses.
Do they mention specific holes or moments that stood out?
They do. There's this chip-in birdie on the 10th hole. The commentary calls it an unbelievable chip. Real sense of excitement there.
Nice.
We hear about Ace and his history on the 9th, that par 3 where he got the ace. Hiroki gets chances for eagle putts on holes 8 and 13. You can almost feel the hope in the commentary there.
Big moments.
Yeah, but then you also hear about the double bogeys, the 3-putt holes, the usual stuff that makes you want to throw a club.
Oh, keeps it real.
Yeah.
Let's dig into the shots themselves. We talked about Hiroki and the draw, but what about just general trouble? Seems like a theme.
Oh, it's huge. The commentary constantly talks about balls going, off the beaten path, trees, fences, sand, water.
So accuracy is a challenge there.
Seems like it. There's even a note about hitting the same tree twice on one hole.
Oh, man.